Welcome back to Watching the Sports in Prime. Now, 8 universities will compete for South Africa's greatest Inter-Varsity Hockey Prize in Johannesburg, with Wits, UCT, Marties, the Madibaz, Pukke from the Northwest, Tuks, UJ, that's of course University of Johannesburg, Kovsies, well, University of Free State, all taking part in round 2, kicks off tomorrow. In fact, it ends on Monday, 11th and 14th of May. Tuks Hockey Astro will be hosting it, with the final taking place on the 21st of May. And the host university will be, well, that team that finishes top of the slog. Joining me from our Pretoria Studios, Nduduzo Lembethe Tuks captain, as well as Estiaan Kriek, their goalkeeper. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. How are you doing tonight?
Good, thanks.
Good, thanks. Yourself?
Good. Let me start with you, captain. Well, your coach, Guy Elliott, described your performance following round 1 as good but not good enough. So there's all to play for this weekend, and it's at home. So is the pressure on, or it's one of those things for you guys?
I would say it's actually a good opportunity to have our home supporters backing us. We don't usually have that around hockey, so I think it would be nice to play it on, and we'll just have to dominate. It's our home ground.
Speak to me about that, Nduduzo. The hockey that you guys are playing, I see you on top of the log right now with all the 8 teams. This weekend, though, it's crunch time, and as far as it begins off, I think Marties. They're also the other unbeaten side of the tournament. So come this weekend, somebody will go down, and you'll be hoping it's not you guys.
Well, yeah, we're top of the log, but anything can still happen. Marties are on fire at the moment, and we're just waiting for them on Saturday.
Let me bring Estiaan in here. Estiaan, you know, although you guys are looking good, as Nduduzo is saying, it's still anyone's game. You are one of the top dogs in as far as between those 4 pillars are concerned. You've saved, I think the shootout in the last match that you had against the NWU, I think it was, looking to carry on the performance and keep a clean sheet, because the team, especially the fans at home, would be expecting you guys to come out victors as well.
Well, yeah, I think we just need to take it game by game, like Pivo has said. Well, Marties is a very good side, but the way this tournament is structured, and especially the fact that there are no draws and the strength that each team has, every team can win on the day. So we just need to ensure that we play every single team to its merit. We've done all of our prep. We've worked very hard since the beginning of the year, so we'll just take it game by game and let the best team win.
I mean, how competitive is Varsity Cup hockey, you know, Estiaan? I mean, I know it's big at varsity level, because that's where you guys are. For people at home, do you get the numbers coming out there to support you guys? How popular is it? How big is it?
Well, it's definitely grown. I think so the way it's structured is that every second year is the men's, and then the year in between it's the women's section. And the numbers have definitely grown. I don't know when the first year was. I think it was in 2014, but it's definitely grown, or it might have been 2013. And you can definitely see the people coming through. It is such an important part of the hockey structure in South Africa, because it gives the students, because a lot of hockey players study as well, so it gives them a platform to perform on quite a large stage, and to try and hone their skills in front of quite a number of people. So I think it's a wonderful tournament. It's really, really good for us.
Nduduzo, we think of, you know, I've had the national team come here quite occasions, both men and women. Now, taking from what Estiaan is saying, that's what it's about, isn't it? The more numbers that come out there, the more important or the better it is for you guys, because, well, the sponsors eventually trickle in, and we like, you know, it's not good news when you speak about hockey and not having, well, being able to travel abroad to go play international tournaments, and that's what you guys need. The more eyeballs on you guys, the better for the sport.
Yeah, I'd say so, because hockey is the fastest growing sport at the moment in the world, and people really want to see it. So I feel like in South Africa, we could grow more. We could get some more support from everyone, our fans, government, everyone. So it would be nice for us to actually grow.
Now, speaking about you, Nduduzo, I got to bring this up. Now, you are a Maritzburg boy. In fact, you went to Maritzburg College. And hockey there, well,
yes.
I was just opposite you, the other side of the street at Alex. You beat us quite a bit. At schoolboy level, That's where the game, a lot of people say, it needs to be grown as well. How big is it, the transition from there to, well, Varsity Cup hockey and international? How big is the gulf, if I can put it that way? Because again, the more professional, or earlier we term professional, the better our national teams are.
Well, schoolboy level hockey is big. Like Madibaz College and a few other schools are very good at hockey, and they feed the varsities, which is good. And we should be competing at a high level of hockey. We should be competing against the Germans, the England people. But I don't know where we're lacking, but I think it's going to come right.
Yeah.
Estiaan, your take on that?
No, I think people are right. I think there is quite a big, well, it's not a gap per se, but I think hockey is quite a popular sport at school level, but sometimes I think that a lot of players stop playing just after school. I think a big impact on that is actually the fact that you're not really able to play it professionally in our country. Or I don't know the extent that you can actually play it professionally in Europe or overseas, but it isn't that viable in South Africa. You have to, that's why a lot of players merge it with their studies. But there's definitely a growth, and there's definitely an impetus that's been put into growing the professionalism of the sport in the country with ventures like the PHL coming in. And the Varsity Cup is playing a large role in trying to get the game into a more professional sort of setup. So yes, there is quite a big gap, but I think it's largely because of the inability to pursue it as a full-time career, as you would see in rugby or football. But that challenge is being taken on, which is very positive for us as players. And
the other thing is, again, I'm going to harp on this because hopefully corporate South African government is watching. It's about the sponsors coming in and, you know, making it worth you guys' while, as you said, because you'd like to see you performing with the likes of the Germans, the likes of the Spanish, the English, and the Indians, the Malaysians, who for them it's a full-time job, so to speak. They don't have to do anything else excepting just do what they do and play hockey, isn't it? Yeah, well, I think, well, yeah, you're right in saying that. However, I think there is definitely a drive that's coming on. Yeah. This SA Hockey is definitely doing a lot to try and get us to that stage, and hopefully we will be able to pursue it in that sort of sense. Yeah. Quickly, let's run through the coming weekend. You guys are hosts. Let's bring in Cappy. Cappy, you are the host captain for the weekend. Where does it begin? What should I'm sitting at home this weekend. I'm not working. Why should I come out to Tuks, Pretoria, and watch you guys play? What's happening?
Oh, well, tomorrow we take on UCT, which is a good, tough game as well. They're also firing. Quarter to 7, so it'll be nice for you to come down and everyone around Pretoria. And then Saturday is a big clash, Marties versus Tuks. That will be a big one, good one to watch. Saturday night, I'm sure no one's got anything there, unless if they want to go to church early on Sunday. Then on Sunday we take on Free State. That will be a nice game as well. And then hopefully we qualify for semis on Monday. That's going to be a crack of a weekend at the Candyland. And the importance for this, Estiaan, is the fact that if you guys win this, that could possibly be in hosting the finals itself of the Varsity Hockey.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I'm saying, depending on where you finish, this will go a long way. If you win the semis, hopefully you make it through, you could be hosting the final event itself on the 21st.
Oh, yeah. But that obviously that depends on the team that ends up on the top of the log. But we'll just be playing it game by game. I don't think we can afford to look that far ahead. I don't think any of the teams can afford to look that far ahead. Just the way the tournament is, the speed that their power plays that are involved, and so forth. It's just we have to play every single game to its merit. We're taking on a good UCT side tomorrow night, then a good Marty side, and a good Kovsies side. So we just need to focus on game by game, and wherever we end up, we end up. Yeah. Much appreciated, gentlemen. Nduduzo Lembethe, I'm going to support you because you're at University of Pretoria, Tuks. I used to come through there now and then. Besides the fact that you're a Madibaz boy, Estiaan Kriek, thank you very much for joining us, goalkeeper there for Tuks. Wishing you guys the best of luck, and hopefully we'll be seeing you, whoever the victors are, right here on Sports and Prime to chat about us about that.